You luck.
Lately it's looking like everything perfect. Out the mud with it, I put the work in. You can find me where that turf is. Pin precision like a surgeon.
Yo, come on, baby, where y'all at?
She know that I'm worth it. I'm finna go up, I'm aerial. I got the hit stash, got a bracelet for impact. Real tricky, quick to flip a pretty penny to a thick stack, quick stack. Think fast and I talk real. I give a fuck about how they feel. Me and Zay just dropped the propane and it sounded like mass appeal. For my dog, I'ma ride to the wheels kill. Got his hand on the hammer.
Let's go, baby, let's go. I'm ready for this shit, finally.
Won't stop till I own every brick. I used to lay out in the lawn just to feel the world spin on its axis. Now I got the access in the last
Let me see if I can put the link in here in case somebody wants to join. Bam, there it is. Y'all had no excuses, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. All you have to do is click the link. Let's get it.
Light it up and bring the vibe in. Lime tint, color spot beam on me. I'm a star every night lit, ultraviolet. Hey, I told her make sure that phone is on silent so we know what the vibe is. Take a look in my iris.
Hey, there you go.
I'm high risk. I never know what the time is. I never know.
Yo, you hear me good?
Hey, I got a lot on my plate.
Word? Okay, I can't hear you. Hold on 1 second.
And I'ma make sure that we straight.
Wait, can you hear me? Can you say something again?
Yeah, test.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Word. I hear you. I hear you. First of all, I want to salute you, man, for doing this because I've been trying to do this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You said that we tried to do this before. I don't see because we would have been doing it. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to do this because let me just put out there, first of all, it's not about being right or wrong for me. It's just about the awareness, right? That's where it's at for me. So I'm not coming up here trying to say I know more than you and all that shit. That's not where I'm coming from. But I do know that there's some discrepancies, and that's what I want to dialogue about so we can kind of put the two and two together ourselves, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I don't know why. You're kind of low to me. I can hear you a little better now. All right, bet. Word, I'm excited about this, man. Hopefully it'll start something new and fresh so we can just, I can't screen share on this platform I'm using, Streamlabs. So I mean, you can't see what the audience is seeing, but if you like, do you have like, are you looking at me on your phone or your computer?
on my tablet.
Okay. Do you? Because if you like look at the stream on the group, it won't look the same as what you're seeing now. And if I screen shared, or if you sent me something and you wanted me to see, I can still put it as the backdrop, but you won't be able to see it, but the people will be able to see it, if that makes sense. I just can't screen share right now. Next time I will be able to, though.
That's weird. It says my Bluetooth is connected, but I'm still hearing you through the tablet. Oh well, whatever.
Damn. Technical difficulties, man.
The Bluetooth would make it easier for you to hear me. I can hear you just fine.
Okay, I can hear you. It's just a little low, but let me check something. It might be my computer volume, because I had it low when I was playing my game. That might work better. It was low. All right, so I just want you can go and ask me the question, because you say I avoid questions. So let's get it started, man. I love this shit. Like, I love knowledge that we aren't supposed to know. I love finding out about it. I love history. I love real history. I think about shit like how we got here, why are we here, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens when we die and all that shit. So that's why I say it's bigger than, and I don't even like saying flat, because people kind of like take that and run with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like using that word, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, go ahead, brother.
All right, so I guess let's just start with what we're talking about most recently, and that is, damn it, now you're making me want my mod, and it's upstairs.
Go ahead and get it. It's all good.
All right, 1 second.
Okay.
The portal is what I was talking about.
Bet. Yo, shout out to the people who are going to be seeing this on a rebroadcast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Waylon, man, because, you know what I'm saying, this is an example of how we can kind of bump heads in the comment section. But when we show up like this, it's a different song. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love, and I definitely want to salute him. And I welcome everybody else who wants to be a part of this to come on up, man. It's not that hard. And but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna front, man. I get camera shy and shit, but you know, like, fuck fear. That's my motto these days. Fuck fear. But okay, the portal. Oh man. So
Okay, my question is my question is, you said you believe it's a portal. So I guess the obvious question is, portal to what?
and that's a great question. So I'm probably gonna be I ain't gonna say bouncing in different places, but to get you to understand like what I mean by that, I might kind of go a little sideways. So gosh, how can I start with this? So like you know, you heard the term as above, so below?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we believe is that the sun and the moon rotates on a spiral rotation. It doesn't go around. It rotates in a spiral rotation, spiraling in, and it spirals out. That's what creates our seasons. So the portal is, well, when the moon comes in front of the sun, the portal is like a gateway outside of the firmament. So what I want to ask you is, are you a religious person?
No.
Okay, so and I was born Southern Baptist. I'm not really anymore. But what I mean,
I
what
was
I
raised.
asked, huh?
I was raised. I said I was raised LDS,
Okay.
and then I went out and I moved with. I moved back out to Jersey, where I'm originally from,
Oh,
with my
where you?
father.
I lived in Eatontown.
Ah,
Well, it
okay.
was the military base, but you know what I'm saying? I miss
Yeah,
Jersey, man. Yeah.
yeah. I lived in Lyndhurst, and I was actually born in Plainfield.
Okay. Okay.
So, um,
Okay.
anyway, so I moved back out there, and my father was Protestant, and between him and then I went to a military high school. It made me do Catholic.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've been in a few different religions,
Okay.
and I just don't believe any of it.
Okay. I feel
I
you
didn't
on
know if
that.
you do. I'm just not.
Well, no, I don't. I don't. My divorce changed that, you know what I'm saying, for me. But, I didn't find out about this firmament thing until like I started following this rabbit hole. And so that's kind of a contradiction to me is when people say they're religious and the book says there's a firmament dome, if you will, over this plane, this realm. So if there's a dome over it, you know what I'm saying? Like how can we go out in deep space? You know, I'm not saying there's no space out there, but all the shit that they show us, we feel that that's not real. So that takes us back to I can't say it's not real. I say it's how they show us it's not real. So as above, so below. There's waters below. We feel like there's waters up top. You know what I'm saying? We feel like that gateway is a portal to another realm, another dimension. Like, gosh, I wish I could screen share. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen this picture that has like the seven. It's like a tree, and it has like Asgard at the top, and it has like all these other different realms, and it's like a portal that people that are aware of it, that are prepared for it, they can escape through that portal, or something can come through that portal. Now what that portal goes to, or that gateway goes to or connects to, I have no idea. No idea. You know what I'm saying? But it's more than just the moon going inside, going in front of the sun. And as far as the moon, like, we believe the moon is a luminary. It's not a mass. It's like a holographic satellite, if you will. Not saying it don't have power, but I can't answer the question as far as a gateway or portal where it leads to, but it's some kind of opening that happens. You can, like the last eclipse, like they tell us not to look at the eclipse with our own eyes. The last eclipse, I did that. I couldn't tell what was happening, but I had my shades, and I could tell that it was kind of closing, how it closes or whatever. And so when that happens, man, it's like, how can I put this in words? When it happened, when that gateway closes, it's like something, the firmament kind of opens. I don't know how to make it make sense to you. It just makes sense to me. But the portal opens and then it closes for that split second, and I mean, it closes for that little bit of time. So whenever we had these eclipses, it's like the different moons and stuff like that. Like these aren't just events, they're like phenomenons, you know what I'm saying? So that's why CERN and NASA are shooting up these sound rockets to go up there. Like, I can't answer the question, bro, as far as what the portal is to. I mean, I'm not gonna like drag it out, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I know where that portal leads to, but it leads to some kind of other dimension. And in order for that to happen, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say that's answering the question. Is, well, I don't know what it goes to, but it goes to a different dimension or whatever, and that's what we believe. That's an answer. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But
okay.
perfect
But me,
example is
I'm the type of person, I want to know where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I want to explain that too, but I don't, and a lot of people don't. So, but I feel
well,
like NASA and them
it's
do.
just like the other day when you asked me, okay, well, you believe the sun is 93 million miles away, and I was like, I've never mapped it. Like, I wouldn't know how to measure that, but I know it's far away because of this. And did you see my answer about the mountains? about driving with the mountains and then going on a plane or whatever?
I did, but I was at work and I just can't remember it verbatim. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I drive for UPS and it's so distracting. So I read it, but I can't remember it.
Okay.
But please explain it again.
Basically, just to recap. All right. So if you're in Tooele, okay,
Okay.
you look east, you see the mountains, right?
Right.
You jump on I-80 and you head east towards those mountains, right?
Okay.
Okay. As you're heading towards them, they don't really get bigger until you're in them, right? Until you're heading up Harley's.
Right.
That makes sense so
Right.
far, right?
Right.
Okay, so it takes about what, an hour or so to get from Tooele to Park City, ish.
Maybe more. Yeah, I'll say more because I feel like when I lived it took like 45 minutes from downtown to Park City. So yeah, probably hours some change. Yeah.
Okay, so it takes you about an hour and change. Call it an hour and a half to make the math easy. Okay, hour and a half at a 70 to 80 miles an hour until from the time you leave Tooele till the time you get to Park City, right?
Mhm.
And that's when you're in Park City. Now you're at the base of those mountains, and now they're huge, right?
Right.
So if you look towards the sun, obviously you don't want to look at the sun, but if you look towards the sun, we all know, it looks like, just this round, bright ass light.
Right.
Anyway, if you if you get in a plane, okay, and you're flying and you look towards the sun, you're now 6.5 miles above the surface of the earth. It doesn't change much. You know what I mean? Like the size of it doesn't change.
Size of the mountain?
No.
Oh, the sun. Okay, got you.
Right. So now, I mean, yeah, that's only 6.5 miles above. So you're only 6.5 miles closer. So it's not going to get exponentially bigger,
Mhm.
but it should change at least a little, but it doesn't size wise. Okay. So based on that, like, I guess let's see I said it so much better the other day.
I feel you.
Basically, as you're going towards something or as you get closer to something, it should start getting bigger, right?
Right.
Right. Whether it's a mountain or whether it's a building or a house or whatever. So as we climb, as we're flying along, right? You can look towards the sun and nothing really changes. It's still about the same size per our perception. But if you happen to look towards the moon, if you can see it becomes sorry, somebody's talking back.
No, you're good.
It actually does become larger, and you can start seeing some of the details like with your own eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, well, I don't know how far away either of them are, but I know that the moon is closer, and this is why, based on that logic.
I like that you said that.
How they came up with 93 million miles? Is it 93 million miles?
Okay, let me okay, and that's the thing, like people always and okay, let me clarify something too. When I put up that post about NASA and some other space station would never show the eclipse from space, like it's crazy, man, how much ridicule I get. Like, because what I mean by that post, and what we mean by that post, is like, if we have all these satellites out there in outer space, why can't we see it reversed? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't we have any footage of it being reversed? Not from us looking at it from out there, but from it being reversed out here. I mean, being like shown from out there to here. Now, really quick, I'll try to be quick. Me and my lady was talking about this last night because there's a guy I listen to named Bro Sanchez that really is the one I get my information from, right? And so we feel that we don't need to do all these extravagant experiments because everything is right in front of our face. For instance, there's a reason why the sun is always 12 o'clock at its highest point at 12 o'clock noon every day. There's a reason why we see the sun and moon at different times of the day. It's like a clock. It's like I'll see the moon, the sun up here, and the moon is like like a quarter hand, like you know what I'm saying, it's like that far from apart from each other. So those things just make me question what they say. Now going back as far as the 93 million miles, that's a great point, man. That's how we came to this this journey of we use like their data against them, if that makes sense. We don't really, we do experiments, or there's people that's done experiments, but we don't really need to do it because we use that's their science against them. For example, right? You seen like how, I wish I could screen share. You seen those pictures how it show like let me see. Damn, you can't see it. How it shows like it show like this is supposed to be like wherever the eclipse is going to, wherever the eclipse path is going to go. You know how it shows those pictures, like you can Google and it show like where in the United States the path of the eclipse is going to go across. Okay, so now why, if like the picture I put up earlier where it shows the sun 93 million miles away and it's showing, it's lighting up half the globe, right? It's lighting up half the globe. That's what they teach us. Now, why is it only going across that part, the nation, if you will, or that it's going in those lines, you know what I'm saying, across that one part of the nation or wherever it's going to show? Why can't everybody else around that area see it? For example, like when they say the sun is 93 million miles away, and the pictures they show us is covering, it's lighting up half of South America, all of North America, and some of Canada, or, you know, as far as that picture they show. Now, all of them should be able to see that shit. So that's why we feel it's a local source. It's got to be a local source. It's probably about 300-ish miles up, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it creates the crepuscular rays that shows through the clouds. Everybody should be able to see this. So that's why we feel, now how they got the 300 miles, I don't know, like you said, but we feel it is a local light source. So there's no way, bro. There's no way. And wasn't it like something in the past that said, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there's a wahoo about the sun getting closer to us or something, and we should be afraid of solar flares and all that shit? If it's 93 million miles away, it just don't add up. So I'm glad you brought that up, because we just don't feel the sun is 93 miles away, or about 93 million miles away. It just don't add up, man. So we have a thing called vanishing point too. Are you aware of vanishing point? Like the closest something.
So
Okay.
A little bit of background on me. I've got a bachelor's degree in graphic design.
Word. Okay. Might need your services one day.
I don't ever use it. I'm a truck driver now. I left college, became a chef.
No doubt.
Anyway, let me address your question about why only people on certain paths can see it.
Okay.
Pointy, give me that. I'll be right back.
No, you're good, bro.
And this is going to be super, super basic. Okay. You play pool?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to say that this ball is the sun.
Okay.
Right? Just for reference purposes. Yeah, I've got dog toys.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. It's all good.
And we're going to say this ball, which you can obviously see is smaller, is the moon, right?
Right.
So as it moves in front, let's see if I can do this. As it moves in front, you can see that if this is back here, way back here, how it changes perceptive wise, it changes size. Like that gets smaller and that's bigger, right?
Right.
So if it's way back here and the moon comes in front of it, even though this is smaller, let's see if I can get this lined up. Anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? They're different sizes.
Right.
Okay. So here you guys go. You can only see when it passes in front, you can only see on a certain line, right? Just because they are round doesn't mean that the whole thing. Like somebody shared a picture of the shadow of an eclipse from space, right? and like you could see that there was like a portion that was darker than the rest. So just like in pool, if I'm sitting if I'm sitting at a table, like a bar table or whatever, and you're shooting a ball, you can see you can see that line of the shot that you're taking, but I'm back up over here, so I can't see that line. Does that make sense?
It does, but
That's and that's so
can you kind of explain it one more time? It does make sense. I'm just like when they shoot the ball, like if it's a long shot and they shoot the ball, you saying you see the line of the white ball going to the cue ball going to hit the ball, and if you're behind that, you can't see the line.
no, I'm saying if you and I are standing side by side,
Mm-hmm.
you and I can see the same exact shot. We can
Right.
see that same line. Even if we stand like if the cue ball's here, okay, here's the shot line.
Okay.
Trying to do this reverse on a camera. I'm not used to this. So here's the shot line. All right. Move that there. If you and I are both standing here, we can see that line. If you're standing here and I'm standing here, we can still see that line based on the
Oh,
angle.
okay. Got you.
Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
standing on a vanishing point.
yeah.
But if you're standing here, you can see that line. But if I'm standing way the hell over there, I can't see this line because I'm at a different angle. It's
Got
the
you.
same thing. The shadow projected as the moon comes in front of the sun is the line. Granted, it's a big ass line, but the country's a big ass place. So that's why only certain people on a certain path, so to speak, can see that shadow and can see it. So if I'm in California, I may not be able to see that line if it's basically casting a shadow over, say, Florida or Texas,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm way the hell over here and it's way the hell down here. Does that make sense?
It does. I mean, it does, but it
I mean, and
don't. I mean, the reason why I said
my
don't is
logic.
because, like, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from. I guess like a question I have is, why does it just go in the line? Like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, what causes it to go in the line? Because every eclipse is different, you know what I'm saying? So, what causes it to go on that particular path that they project?
Usually the
Oh,
usually
cause the Earth is spinning, right? I mean, you get what I'm trying to say. Let me see if I can send you. I think I can send something. I mean, I think I could play something on the stream and I can put it to where you can see it. I just want to get your explanation for this, if I can pull it up.
I want to be clear. I believe the Earth is round. I believe that it's a globe. I know that it has a curvature because I've seen it from hot air balloon and from an airplane. So
How do you see the curve though? Because they say it's for every square mile it should be what 0.8 inches of a curvature.
I have no idea what they.
Yeah, that's
I
what.
know that.
Let me see. So it says
Sorry, trying to watch two puppies.
nah, you good, man. I'm glad that. Oh, okay, 8 inches. I was using the Pythagorean. That calculates to an average of curvature of 7.98 inches per mile, approximately, or approximately 8 inches. So squared. So every mile we should see a 8-inch dip, and so that's why when people say, well, if you know go here and drive here, or you know what I'm saying, one guy told me if I get on I-15 and drive from Ogden to Lehigh or something, I'll be able to see the curve. Like, we shouldn't have to do all that because that's the formula they're giving us.
Square mile is different than a straight mile, right?
Square mile is like like an acre. Is that like an acre?
No.
Okay.
So 1 square mile is 5,280 feet this way, 5,280 feet that way. 5,280 feet
Got you. Okay.
squared, right?
Right.
That's a square mile. So, and I use my mod, but it's rectangle. I don't have anything in front of me that's a square. Hang on 1 second.
Yo, this is school for me, man. I'm loving it.
Puppy, in. Winnie, in. Jack, in. All right, so let's see. How do I explain this? All right. So like I'm looking out my window. I live in North Ogden, and I actually live up on a bench. So I'm actually from an elevated position. So if I were to look out, okay, I can see the Wasatch Mountains from here. And yeah, we're like there's a little layer of clouds and everything is flat. Well, flat, you
Right.
know, leading up to those mountains, right?
Right.
Obviously, I can't see anything behind the mountains. I'm not that high. If I were to go up in like a hot air balloon, or if I were to be flying, I can see the peaks of those mountains, but I'm looking down on it like this, right? So I can see further. In order to be able to see that curvature, now it's not a big curvature. It's not like I don't know if you watched the Red Bull space jump. I don't know, what was it, 10, 15 years ago,
Oh
whatever
yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you watch that, as he's standing on that platform, you can see a pretty curve, like you can see the curve.
Some would say it was a
And
fisheye lens.
I know.
What are
Some
your
would say
thoughts about
fisheye lens.
that? Yeah, that's what I mean. I
If you're
don't
watching,
know, but what do you think? Well,
as
mhm.
so as you're watching him drop, okay, as you're watching him fall, you see that curve, and it starts to appear more flat because he's going down towards it. Now, the whole 8 inches per square mile thing kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't. Um, because another thing I do, like, I'm a long range shooter. Okay,
Mhm.
I, well, not like competitively or anything like that, but
Mhm.
so the longest shot I've ever taken is about 1,230 yards with a 30-06, and I hit an egg
Damn.
on a buck.
Can you how just kind of layman terms? How far is that? Like, can you kind of describe how far that is? Like, how many tractor trailer? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, how far is that?
It would be about 12 football fields
Word. Okay. Okay.
with end zones.
Word. Damn. That's
Well,
crazy.
it would be 12 football fields, three of them with end zones.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a long ass shot.
So,
It was,
so you,
it did take me 3 shots to hit the egg, but I couldn't see the egg. I just knew approximately what I had. Like a Home Depot bucket, one of those orange buckets, right?
uh-huh,
And
uh-huh.
the egg was sitting on a basket on top of that. So I knew about how much
That
air I
is
had to put in.
crazy, man. I mean, it's awesomely crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so dope. Cause you couldn't see it. That was what I was thinking is like, damn, like you must have had a dope ass scope.
Nope, I could the at 1,230 yards or 1,200 yards basically, that the bucket looked like a dot, and that was through my scope, and I had it was magnified up to, I think it was 44 power. So it increased everything 44 times bigger than it was, and that still looked like a dot. So I
Damn.
had to hit, I don't know, 6 inches above the dot is basically where I was aiming, right?
That's crazy. That's what I
So,
was about to ask too. So you had to aim high so it'd drop?
oh yeah, oh yeah. So at 1,200 yards, 168 grain bullet, which is what I was shooting, drops. Well, that one particularly That one dropped a little over 9 feet, I think it was.
Damn.
So here's here's where it was, and I had to aim way the hell up here because I knew it had to basically it's like kind
Yeah,
of like
like
throwing a football, kind of like
yeah.
throwing a
Okay,
football.
got you.
You
Okay,
know what I mean?
yeah,
You have if you're throwing a 5 yard pass, path of the ball is just pretty flat, you know. But if you're throwing a 40 yard pass, or you're trying to hit, uh, or you're trying to throw it to a receiver who's gonna be 40 yards downfield, you throw it when he's 20, 25 yards downfield, and it makes a you have to really arc it so that he runs under and it drops into his hand, right?
right, right, right,
Okay. Same thing with shooting at any kind of distance, even 100 yards. Okay, so even 100 yards, so one football field, I'd still have to aim about a half inch high because it's going to drop a little bit.
right,
But anyway, so back to what we were talking
right,
about.
right, 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 right. I feel you.
So back to what we were talking about. Going back to the whole square mile and the curvature thing. Um, the part of it that makes sense to me is obviously the higher you are, the more you're going to be able to see that curve because you're going to see a lot more square miles, right? But it's a combination of square miles that you can see if you're looking down, and miles as like they say, like as the crow flies or from a bird's eye view,
Mm-hmm,
straight.
mm-hmm.
So you're combining your vision going this way. Okay, you're combining your vision going this way, your straight mile, and looking down at square miles. So if I'm standing in my kitchen, I'm looking out the window, right? I can probably see, I would guess, probably 100 to 150 square miles, right? But I know that those mountains, the Wasatch Mountains, I know that those are a good 150, 200 miles away, right? So the mountains aren't curving, but I'm looking straight at them,
Right,
right? But where they sit on the surface of the earth, or above the surface of the earth actually, but where they sit in relevance to the earth, that's not going to be curved, even though that mountain range is hundreds of miles long, right?
right.
So that's why I say sometimes, like, it kind of makes sense, but also kind of doesn't.
Yeah, and
The
that's
whole eight
that's
inches,
yeah,
8 inches per square mile or whatever you said.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 8 inches per square mile. Yeah.
So again, that I don't know how they came up with that. And that's something again based on my experiences and things that I can physically, because I'm a show me kind of guy, as they
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
You
yeah,
you gathered
yeah,
from
yeah,
our discussion.
yeah. And
I'm like,
that's
okay,
how
show
I
me.
am too.
And
Like I'm a visual. Yeah, so I feel
and
you.
and, I,
That's
and
how I
I'm
am.
not I'm not completely closed minded uh to different theories or whatever, because again, if I don't know, I'm not afraid to say I don't know what I don't know,
Me
you
either.
know,
Me either.
but I'm going to go with what I believe for now until I'm shown something that makes me go, all right, well, that's plausible, and start working with it. You know what I mean? Like
Where
there's
I respect that.
um so being a hunter and being out in the woods and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um Oftentimes if I don't have a compass, which I always have a compass in my backpack, but if I were to not have a compass, and I needed to know how to go in a certain direction, right? I know that I can use three rocks and a stick to find out which way north is.
Hmm.
And all you do is you set a stick, set a stick down, right? And wherever the point of the shadow is from the stick, right? You set a rock. Okay. You wait 15, 20 minutes. You send another rock where that other point, where the point is now, because it'll move,
Mm-hmm.
right? Sun,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We all
Mm-hmm.
know the sun goes east to west. And then another 15, 20 minutes later, you put another one. That line of rocks points north. So knowing that that's your north,
Like those three,
now you
like
know.
that. Okay, I didn't know that. That's
So
that's interesting.
yeah, so if you and you can do that in your backyard,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um, pretty sure it's north. Maybe it's east. No, it's north. Um, anyway, so that line of rocks gives you your bearing. So even if you don't have to go north, like if you have to go southwest,
Mm-hmm.
knowing which way north is, you can find southwest, east, whatever other direction you know. Like I know camp is southwest from here.
Right,
Now I
right,
know
right,
what's north. I
right,
gotta go that way. You know what
right,
I mean?
right. That's shit. You just educated me, man. I mean, as far as that, that's dope. I don't see how it makes it round though. You know what I'm saying? How would that?
I'm not saying that makes it round.
Oh, okay. Because we believe that the North Pole. Not trying. I hope you were you finished making the point, or did you have more? Because I don't want to make you lose your talk.
No,
Okay, okay. Because I was gonna say like the North Pole to us is very fascinating because for one, they got the Antarctic Treaty, right? And there's like 50 countries in this treaty together protecting the North Pole or Antarctica or whatever, and but yet they're showing us that they're at war with each other. There's people that's tried to go across it, you know what I'm saying, explore it, and they either get jailed or they get shot at or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, that's a red flag already. So we feel like there's some type of energy because I mean maybe I owned a compass when I was younger, but don't all compasses point north?
north-ish.
Northish?
Like
Okay.
it's not a true north, but it's not a true north,
Hmm.
but it is a
Kind of like
generalized direction. You
okay,
know, like
okay.
I-15, it's called North I-15, but as you're traveling from St. George to Ogden, right? If you are on North I-15 and you're traveling north, but you're sitting there watching your the compass thing in your vehicle, right? You might be going, might say north, north, north,
Oh
northeast,
yeah,
northeast,
yeah,
east,
yeah. Right.
west, you know,
Got
but
you.
that's because the road itself kind of turns,
Right.
you know, it's not a straight, there's turns. So um it's kind of like that. So a compass, a compass will point north-ish. It's
Okay.
never,
Like
and that's why you
directly.
can, that's why like if you're holding the compass like this and you're facing and it says that way's north, if I go like this and I move,
Hmm.
now it's going to say that way is still north. But if I move in a drastic direction, it's going to stay in that, it'll like a kind of like a little V. You know what I mean? It'll be like,
Hmm.
well, it's kind of that way. Like
Why do
you're
you
giving
think
somebody
it points
directions.
like that? What makes it point that direction at all? We think
Magnetism.
Yeah, we were thinking magnetism. That's what
Yeah, magnetism.
magnetism. Okay, okay. So would that make you wonder, like, what's at the North Pole that's making it do that? Or yeah, that what's okay. So why do you think they're hiding it? Why can't we explore there? In your opinion,
The North Pole.
yeah, or Antarctica ish.
Good question. That's a
So
very
that's
good
what I'm
question.
saying. Like,
I know that there has been expeditions to Antarctica, and I've never understood why. I'm like, it's just snow. It's just a big ass piece of snow and ice. You know what I mean?
but what if
But I
there?
do
Do you
know,
think? Okay, go ahead. Sorry, go
but
ahead.
I do know that on expeditions up that way, and there's actually there's a documentary on Netflix, or there was anyway, about people who live way, 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 way north in Alaska, that and they're actually very close to um uh not necessarily the North Pole, but they're very, very north. They're way
Right.
north. And this one lady on here says She was like, you always have to know what direction you're going. And this is actually where I learned about the stick thing,
Hmm.
right? And she's like, we have to use sticks and stones and the sun in order to find our direction because up here, half of the plane is our compass. It doesn't matter. Half of our plane, it will point north. So that means they could be facing this way and it'll say that's north. And they can turn around this way and it's still pointing north. And the needle on their compasses moves like crazy, right? And
Hmm.
that's where I learned about the stick, stone, and sun thing. Um, and I was like, no. And so I went in the backyard. I was like,
I'm gonna do that myself. I mean, I
gotta
like
find
doing it.
out.
Yeah. Let me
Um,
ask you. Well, no, go ahead and finish. I just kind of something popped in my head. I'll write it down so I can.
so um, so as why we aren't why we can't go to the North Pole or whatever, I've never heard that we can't. I've heard
We
that people
can't.
are like, there's really nothing there.
Nah,
Why? I don't know.
there's, yeah,
But
there's.
also,
We feel like there's a lot of
I
shit
guess it's
there.
the same. It's the
There's.
same question. It's the same question that um, me and so many other people have asked people who believe in the flat Earth theory. They're like,
Mhm.
okay, so where's the edge? How
And that's
far
the
is
thing. Like,
the
if there's
ocean
a
out? How
firmament, how
far?
could there be an edge, though? Right? If there's a firmament, how can there be an edge? There's not an edge. It's like it's circle. Oh shit! Where's my book at? Damn, it's downstairs, I think. But it's a circle, but it's not round, right? So it's not. There's no edge. It's like I just can't fathom why people would say that. And I mean, I guess I would understand why they say it, but if you think about it, like, does that really
You
make
think it's
sense?
more like a football?
Like a snow globe. Let's say that. Like a snow globe.
Okay, so flat surface with a dome over it.
Right. Right. But there's many of
And that
them.
dome holds the water. Okay, that part makes sense. But again, you can only go so far, and you can't fall
Exactly.
off.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
You
So
can only go so far until you can't go anymore, right?
exactly, exactly. But there's the ice walls. That's where the ice walls come in. Those ice walls have three gashes in them that you can get out of under the dome. Not under the dome, but like through the dome. You can go through it, but you just can't like fall off of it. It's like a wait, am I saying that right? Okay, hold up.
I was gonna say go
Let me go
further.
get my book. Let me go get my book and I'll show you because it has a illustration on it. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna draw a snow globe while he's gone. No, if you, I can either run over after I'm done with this, or if you wanted to run, just grab $5 out of the wallet. Or
I can't find it, man.
oh, sorry.
No, no, you're good. So I said it wrong. It is like a snow globe, and you can't like get through it. But what I mean by that is like you can still get through it, but you just have to.
Is it something like this? Can you see that?
Not really. Not really.
I'm just so
I know I like that. I like that though.
that's just me. Like
Oh, and by the way, don't ever look at the Flat Earth Society information. They're the ones that are kind of like spreading. They're like a society created to make us look stupid, if you will. So gotta really be careful whenever you do search this type of information. I'm tired because I ran down to the basement. but they do spread a lot of misinformation. But let me show you what I kind of mean by it. Gosh, man, I promise, man, next time I will be able to screen share so we can.
Well, in all fairness, I put you on the spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't know if you remember or not, but I was the one that suggested like start a chat. You know, I was like start a chat.
Yeah, and I did, and I started the live. Nobody showed up.
I do remember that there was, I can't remember what day of the week it was, but it was like we had it set for like, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 o'clock or something like that, and I was like, all right, that'll work. And then it was like, well, now I need to push it to 10 o'clock, and I was like, I go to bed.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
I'm like, it sounds like a dumb excuse, but no, I go to bed at like 8:30 Sunday through Thursday because I get up at, you know, or Sunday through Wednesday right now, but so Thursday, Friday, Saturday I stay up later. But
yeah,
dude, I get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Damn. Yeah, I would guess I was trying to get it with everybody's time and then, you know, stuff like that. But I do remember that now.
And that is, and to be fair, that's tough to get 8 to 10 different people.
Yeah.
You know,
but shit, man, I feel like if we keep doing this, if we keep doing it like this, man, just chopping it up, dialoguing and just kind of exchanging things like this, man, I think that encourage more people to come, because I do want to create like a round table. And, you know, like you taught me about the stick and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want this to be about. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not about, oh, you wrong or you stupid because you think, nah, it's not about that, man. That's why I just match energy whenever somebody attack my character, because this shit is serious to me. Like, I know we're being lied to somehow, some way, and I just want to not figure out myself, but help other people kind of see that there's some shit that just don't make sense, and for them to like ask their own questions, kind of like you did. But what I'm trying to find where is it? Let me see, Antarctica. Okay, here we go. So I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll email it. Okay, oh, you have that picture. Word. Okay, so that's exactly what
I actually have a side-by-side picture of like the ice wall.
Yeah, bro, that's what we believe right there. Like the planets that they're saying out there, these islands are the planets. There's more lands than what they're showing us, man. There's more continents. There's more, like when they say they find these diamond planets and all this other shit, like it's not out there. It's here. It's here. So it is round, but you can't explore those things. Like, we're in the center, right? We're in the center of that circle. Like, that's us, the continents that they show us. And then you can see the rotation of the sun is in a spiral motion. That's how
I'm blowing up this. I'm like enlarging this picture to get a better idea.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's kind of small in the middle, but when you blow it up, like that's where we are in the middle. That's our continents that they show us. Now, that ice wall shit, like, that's a gateway that people, like these ancient beings or entities or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they say the aliens are out there. The aliens are already here, man. Like, the aliens are like people that live on these other islands and shit. You know, they don't want us to explore this type of stuff. They're doing it, but they won't allow us to do it. They want us to be dumbed down by politics and hate each other because of the color of our skin and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even think about this type of shit. But the dome is covering all of that. Not just the middle. The dome is covering all of that. That's just one. That's Earth. And then, like, if you imagine, right? If you imagine, like, that Earth is like, I guess it's got some stuff in, I guess there's like, it's kind of concave, not concave, but opposite of concave at the bottom. It's just not flat on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's like water's under there. And so the dome is on top of all of that. And so you see those little gaps in the ice. That's how people get out to go explore these things. Like, the ones that like our ice, like where we are in the middle, and you see those gaps, that's not covered by the dome. The whole thing is covered by the dome. And on top of that, there's hundreds and hundreds of these realms in like a petri dish type thing. And all of that is covered by a dome. So I'm not really saying there's no space out there, but it's just everything they telling us is out there is already here.
Okay, that brings up so the question that would come to mind on that is, why then can we see other planets from here?
That's yeah, I agree. There's something out there, but are they? I just don't think they're masses though.
And why is it dark? Like, why is space dark? If all that, like between where we are and Mars or Venus, for instance, like you can see Mars and Venus with your naked eye standing on the ground at night, if you know what you're looking for, right?
Right.
So why? It makes sense why you can't see it during the day, because it's light, and why you can see it at night. And the explanation for that is, well, at night it's dark and you're looking at something that's being like reflecting at night, so that's why the stars or whatever. She breaks into song for anything.
Salute to you, man, for real, bro. I mean, I'm glad we did this because I'm really not the type of dude that like create the vision. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do the opposite of that, but my comments and shit like that, and when I reply to people, don't really portray that. So I really appreciate you doing this because this is exactly what I want. We just come up here and build. You know what I'm saying? So salute.
And how do I put it? No two people have ever come together to come on either the same idea or different ideas and just agree to disagree without actual dialogue and discussion. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you can say that about anything. You can say that about race, about politics, about what the best way to cook a roast is. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah, true. That's true.
It could be about anything.
It could be anything.
Until people actually get together and talk and discuss. But the problem is, and the big problem with a lot of the big issues, whether the shape of the earth and or space around it, again, race, politics, like whatever, the big thing is you have to be able to discuss with an open mind. You can't just say the earth is round like a ball.
Right.
End of story. Because if somebody's all like, let me grab that other ball, because this is a perfect example.
Okay, bet.
I will throw this for you in a minute. Okay, so some people, most people actually, who believe the earth is round, is like, okay, that's earth, right? And you're like, well, why can't earth be like that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or hard to do this with this, or like that, where it's kind of flat on one side but still has a spherical
Yeah.
edge to it, or oblong like a football, or
Right.
And what happens from point A to point B to point C to point D, over that curvature, or like the whole perfectly flat thing. Like there was a guy that I shoot pool with. His name is Kellen, and he's a flat earth guy, but he's convinced that it's flat, like a frisbee.
Nah.
Round, but flat.
Nah. I don't think that.
I'm like, because he exactly said that.
That's why I hate using that word flat, man, because that could, you know what I mean? Like, so, I don't think that, but go ahead.
I was like, well, if you go from one edge of a frisbee to another edge of a frisbee, it's still a curve. You
True,
know,
true, true, true.
most people like perfectly flat discs. You know, you skip a rock, you're looking for the one with a flat side, right? But
Right,
it's still not perfectly flat. And if you do find one that's like perfectly flat, it's going to be super thin and it's not going to skip. You know,
right.
because it has to be
I
flat.
like that. Yeah, that's
You know what I
true.
mean?
I want to come up with a new word for flat, man, because I mean, people don't take account the terrain. Of course, if you look at it that way, it's not going to be flat, you know. But I mean, it. I don't want to use the word flat because it
Yeah.
possibly could not be flat. You know, it could be some kind of way concave or something, but I just feel like it's not what they show us. And that's why I say about the CGI thing, like, have you seen any real pictures, bro? Like, you could just, every time I search, it's all cartoons. It's all CGI. It's all pic, or of what our planets look like. Like when you say you see the stars, do they? My lady tells me, well, people use telescopes. I'm like, yeah, you can still use a telescope and look out there and see something. You're right. There's something out there, Mars. You know the big stars, but they're not masses. They shine like light underwater.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by that is when this CGI, like they're not showing what it really looks like because we don't see that out there. I mean, the way they, you know what I'm saying, like the Jupiter and its biggest planet, we don't see what they show us. That's why I say it's CGI. Everything that we search for, like the internet is so censored. You know what I'm saying? Now, especially when this flat earth shit came out, like a lot of shit is censored and what they show us is not what it is. And so that's what I mean when I say it's all CGI. I'm sure there's some real footage out there or something, but I've yet to seen it just by searching for it. And it should be like public knowledge, right? Should be something out there that shows us what our solar system actually looks like. But I want to show you something so bad, man. I think I'm gonna have to email it to you. I'm gonna email it to you. Oh wait. I just want to show you something that is kind of funny to me. And I kind of want to get your take on it.
This is why I did this on my tablet, so I can, so like
Here it
you know, I was
is.
gonna say, well, if you can't screen share something, email it to me so I can pop it up on my phone and look at it. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll actually let me see, share and email. Hope it's saved, Waylon. What word is saved? Okay, so look at this. This is what they teach us, and just let me know what you think about that because that just to me contradicts a lot of things, man. That's what they're saying we're doing. And if we're doing that, then there's time lapses of people that do time lapses at night and the stars are all swirling in a spiral rotation except Polaris in the middle. And if we're doing this, how can that be possible? And there's actual footage on that. I have to find it, but there's time lapses of the sky, the night sky at night, and they're just rotating like a spiral. But if we're doing that, how is that possible? And I mean, I'm not really asking you to give me an answer or anything, but it's just something that we look at and, you know, it just don't add up. And so I'm
waiting
the,
for it to come through. I'm waiting for
a
it to come
word?
through.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn, I thought you was looking at it. I mean,
No, I keep swiping to refresh my email. Let me check spam. No. Spam.
put GIF. I didn't put a subject in it, but I just put the subject GIF on it. I sent it again. If not, I'll just
Primary. There we go. I got you. Hold up.
okay, back.
So, yeah, this one does say no subject. Images.
Okay, so you'll get another one like that, but the same thing.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Right? It is cool. It is cool, right? But they're saying we're spinning, then we're spinning around the sun, and then also with the eclipse is an alignment, right? So the alignment of seven stars, the seven wandering stars. That's what they're saying on for this eclipse. I don't know if it's happened in the past, but they're saying like all the eclipses are alignments, right? So if all those planets are aligned at once, where we can see all seven, how is it possible? We're spinning, and then we're spinning around the sun, and then we're spinning around the solar system or the universe like this. So how can we see all those constellations like that spiraling with Polaris in the middle? And you know what I mean? That's just think. That's how we think, I guess you could say. That's how we try to put this shit together. You know, I really don't care what it is. I just want to know for sure. And if it's round, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. But it just don't add up enough for me to be like, okay, it's round. So
So as I'm watching this animation,
Mhm.
I'm noticing that they have the sun with like a tail, but that's obviously just kind of just part of the animation or whatever, right?
yeah,
And again, I hate doing this on camera. So it's showing it at an angle like this, turn around like that. So the tip of my pen basically being the sun and the stuff swirling around it like this, right?
right.
Right.
And we're
Now, if you
spinning
take that,
as the Earth is spinning itself, right? And it's spinning around the sun. So it's two different kind of rotations, right? They're saying Earth spins itself on its rotation. I could get the verbiage wrong. But that's why I'm glad we're doing this because you can correct me and make me more articulate
yeah,
with
the
this.
rotation, like it spins on its axis, and it
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't spin perfectly. It spins from what they say. Okay.
right,
It spins almost. How do I explain it? Like it doesn't spin on an axis like this. It spins on an axis like this. So
okay. It's kind of
it is kind of a
tilted.
spiral spin, right?
Okay,
But back to my point of the animation is it's showing like this is the sun and the planets are going around like this, right?
right.
So if you take that, and this is going back to
Hmm.
um, perspective
Mhm.
that I was talking about earlier, like the ball, the pool shot. Okay, so if you take that same animation and turn it like this, right? Now here's still the sun. They're still circling around this way, and that's basically what they've been teaching us. So this animation is showing basically what we've been taught. The sun here, the planets spinning around
Just
it,
from a different
basically
angle.
at different things, right?
Hmm.
But they're just showing it from a different angle.
Okay,
This is the way that we've been
right.
taught.
Okay,
Sun, planet, and all different whatever.
right,
And and the way that I can explain that, the best way I should say that I can
right.
explain why sometimes planets seem closer or farther apart is because they're different distances from Earth. So if you were to take, you know, you ever go to the mall and drop a quarter in that like little dome thing and watch it roll, 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 roll till it finally goes down? You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah,
The
yeah,
coin.
yeah, yeah.
So you drop a quarter and let it get going. And when it gets about halfway down, you drop a dime and then a penny and another penny, a nickel, but you space them apart. Those in that funnel are at different points, and one's spinning, whatever's closest to the bottom is obviously going to spin faster than the ones that just got going because they're, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
So that's my only explanation as to why sometimes we can see this planet, but we can't see the other one. Then 6 months later, we can see that one, and that one because they're closer together in their cycle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
so.
So how do
Again,
you? Uh-huh.
I'm not an astronaut. I've
I
never
know,
done it.
but this is what it's about, bro. We got to ask our own questions, man. We got to ask our own
Yeah,
questions, you know. So I'm enjoying this, you know, for real. This is what I like. You know what I mean? Like that saying, energy goes where focus goes, or focus goes where energy goes. Like this is where my energy and my focus is just trying to find out shit that they're
I
not
gotta take
telling
a
us.
break one more time, real quick. My dog's standing by the back door.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're good.
I gotta go untangle this cable a little bit later. Hold on. All right, sorry. I didn't want to have to clean up dog shit later.
Nah, you good, bro. And I know this was unexpected, so if you don't mind, like I would like to do this more often, man. You know, because we can't just. I mean, can't just do one. You know, and this was all unexpected and shit. So I really
be like on the spot, answer every question now. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And I typed like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do this in the comment section, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, please just join me on the thing so we can do this. And so salute to you for being the first.
And honestly, I wouldn't even be opposed to saying, all right, so let's get even a group of people together.
Yes.
And it can be whether it's 3 of us, 5 of us,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this day at this time, and if we can do it online, or we can be like, all right, go to this, let's just go to this coffee shop, or go
That'd be
grab a
dope.
beer at this place and sit down and just
I'm down with that, man. I'm down with that.
This way you can bring your books. We can all obviously
Yeah.
we'll all obviously all have our phones or tablets or whatever.
Yeah.
And we can all be looking up different things. And
I like that.
with each other.
Yeah, I'm with that, bro.
As long as anybody who goes knows that
It's not a pissing contest.
This is not a I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah.
This is people coming together to go, all right, let's discuss ideas, and we're all grown-ups here.
Yeah.
We don't need to call names. We don't
Right.
need to,
Right.
Nobody's a stupid doo-doo head.
Yeah. 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 I agree. That's that dog. That's exactly why I wanted to do this, man.
You can't, if it gets to the point to where somebody's like, they just can't be respectful, then I would feel that it would be left up to the rest of the people to be like, okay, you need to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like we're not here to fight, we're not here to argue. We're here to discuss and explore ideas.
Yeah.
Nobody here is right, nobody here is wrong, but we want to find the answer to a question.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be, why is the earth flat or not flat?
Right.
Or why is the earth round or oblong? Or is the earth, like, what is the shape of the earth? Like, it doesn't have to be that. It could be any smaller subject. And once we start coming up with ideas, theories, whatever, of all these little things, then we can start putting them together to kind of form a more logical and intelligent answer to a.
I hope y'all listen to this, you two. I know y'all going to see this on the broadcast, on the rebroadcast, but y'all hear my man. Y'all hear him. Great minds think alike. That's all I'm saying. Like, he's saying exactly what I've been trying to say, but I didn't know I was doing it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? My delivery sucks sometimes, but it's all love, man. And this is an example right here. So, bro, like, we can get that popping.
I would say that a perfect example for that is look at, if you were to look up a complex math problem, like like calculus or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In order to find the answer to that complex problem, you have to solve different parts of that at a time, right?
Right. Right.
Like the whole that's why there's an order of operations when it comes to math. You know, the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally thing. The P is parenthesis, E is exponents, uh, M is multiplication. Anyway, so it goes through, and there's certain steps that you have to take in order to get to the end result, which is the answer that you want to find.
Okay. Right.
I think that this is a lot like that, where we have to come up with ideas or answers, little ones, before we can solve the big problem.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, it makes total sense, man. I didn't view it like that. But yeah, that's how I want to tackle it as well, because I feel like that's the best way to make progress, or move forward.
It's like a coffee mug.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. Like, you're right, and that's the case. Why are they feeding us this? I just hate that my people. When I say my people, man, I mean we all. There's only one race. That's the human race, right? Like all of us are in this shit together. You know what I'm saying? And all of us, like, they want us to be like this at each other. But that's how we beat them, is doing exactly what you just said. And that's all I fucking want to do. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do, man.
Yeah.
So.
And by the way, I absolutely hate the whole race thing. I really do. I'm like, you don't have to be white to be an asshole. You don't have to be black to be a criminal.
Right. And to be honest, bro, like, I hate the word black because.
Tell me a story about a black serial killer.
But the word black itself, I don't even like using that shit, because that shit just came around in the 1950s to describe us as a race, and everybody's like proud to be black. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know who you are. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything just got us divided, man. And I feel where you're coming from. There's really not a lot of black serial killers, but motherfucker, well, shit. I mean, shit. There's. I've been told. You know about the bullshit happened in Chicago, right? With, just the fucking chaos with Chicago. Period. How motherfuckers just killing motherfuckers. Like, they were saying, there's this guy named Young Vaughn saying he was like a serial killer, like hip hop's first serial killer. Like, this young brother, man, they just like to kill, man. I mean, that shit is sad, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like. But this plays a part into that. Like, it's more than fucking flat earth. It's more than that. It's more than just saying the earth is flat, or quote flat. It's them hiding who we really are. It's them, like, just dividing us, you know what I'm saying? Like, period. And that's what they want us to do. So I refuse yeah, exactly. Like this Diddy thing. I think this Diddy bullshit is a distraction, to be honest. I think that shit is a distraction. Like, everybody's talking about that shit. I mean, I hope his ass go down, but come on, man. There's like more serious shit going on, Yeah. Probably gonna send you my phone number, because I made a new friend today. You know what I'm saying? I made a new friend today, dog. I'm not gonna come at you like, oh, you believe that? And nah, I can't fuck with you. Like, no, that's not what it's about, man. It's all about your character and where your heart at. So, you know what I'm saying? I look forward to doing it, and we can pick a day and kind of get this thing started. So, because there's other people that think the same as I and think the same as you. So I'm sure we can get like.
And I would love to get a group together of like 6 people that are all willing to explore different things.
Yeah.
3 people who believe this theory, 3
people
who believe this theory, and because me and you can talk all day and we're never going to solve anything.
Right.
We could talk for 10 years every day for 10 years, and
right.
We're never going to solve anything. We might solve a little something, a snippet here and there.
Right.
But we're only 2 people with only 2 minds, and the 2 of us, although we think differently, we'll come up with different ideas between the 2 of us.
Yeah.
Imagine if there were 6 of us, 10 of us, a dozen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in, dude. I'm in.
All right, brother. I'll reach out to you a little later, and we'll go from there, man. But yo, it's been an honor, man, for real. Like, I know that's why I wanted to do this, because so many people that I bump heads with in the comments, I'm like, yo, like, just come up and talk to me. Like, you see, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stupid, I'm not dumb, and you know what I mean? Like, and I won't think the same about you. It's not about that shit. So we're gonna get more. It's gonna happen, bro. This right here set everything off. This was the foundation. So I know it was unexpected. And
that's why like one works for you. I'm like, I ain't doing shit right now.
Yeah, and I didn't expect that. I thought you would rather do it in the evening. I was trying to get my mind right to do it in the evening. And when you said right now, I was like, oh shit, okay, you know, let's do it. Like, fuck fear. So yeah, salute, man. Thank you, man, for real. And yo, you too, man. If anybody's interested, if y'all catch this on the, well, Fab likes to call it U Squared, but if y'all want to be a part of this, you know, please, like, hop on board, because I feel good about it, and I'm ready to learn from it. I'm ready to be a sponge from it. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Waylon.
We can get another group chat going, and you know, maybe in that group chat.
I don't know, man, because there was some people that joined. You know what I mean? Is there a way that I can make it to where it's not public, because people just join talking about bullshit, you know? Like the last time I just stopped, I just deleted it because
I was like, man, this is just
yeah.
This is people with closed minds showing up to throw shit around. I don't want that.
So I'll create one with me and you, and then I guess I can give you like, hopefully we could just add people as they want to do it. So, because I don't feel like messing with y'all trolls, man.
You can set up I'm pretty sure you can set up a group like that to where it's like by invitation only.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll make sure I'll check that out.
To where, like, I don't know. I guess I'm not technologically savvy as a lot of people, but I'm pretty sure that you can be like, all right, so and so, like me and you are the moderators, and it's up to us to invite other people.
Yeah.
You can't join if you don't have an invitation from me or you.
Bet.
And then obviously as our group grows to people like you and I who are willing to be respectful and have a conversation instead of a finger pointing session, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because that's what they do. Like, they'll insult you to prove their point, but they won't, like, state the argument. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's going to happen, man. It's already happening. It's already happening. All right, brother.
Let's connect offline. You know, in the next couple of weeks or whatever. And,
for sure.
Let's try to solve whatever.
Yeah.
And just talk. You know?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm with that. I don't hang like that event shit. Like, that was the first time I kind of came out in like years, so I don't really go out like that. But I'll do that with you. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause that's where I'm at. I'm not going to really waste my time and energy with people that, you know, aren't trying to build. So yeah, that's definitely a vibe, and I'm looking forward to that. So we just got to set the date and get everything in order, and it's on, my brother. I love the cut too. I love the beard. You know what I'm saying?
I got the typical reverse mohawk old guy thing going on.
Yo, I got what we call the cowlicks, man. If I grew my hair out, I look like George Jefferson. And if I grew dreads, I look like the Predator and shit. So it's all good. All right, King. Yo, man, much love and respect, man. Give your love to the lady. Yeah, and we'll catch up soon. All right. Okay, peace.
Peace out.
That's what's up. That was beautiful.